An embalmer reveals a shocking video as he removes a fibrous white clot from a dead body. Now, these white clots have been found in dead bodies since 2021. What are they and where did they come from? We have this story and so much more coming up on the Gateway Pundits Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and our next story might shock you. It turns out that an embalmer has shared a graphic video of removing strange white fibrous clots from a dead body, saying, "I didn't start seeing this until early 2021. Warning, the content described in this article is graphic in nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Might as well not show you the article, but let you watch the video and you judge for yourself where this came from and why it's here. Take a look.
Blood in here. Could be wrong. Oh no, there it is. Pulling it.
This is the jugular vein.
Try to pull this out. It broke.
Wow.
It's good.
All right, that is shocking. Now, these white fibrous clots were seen in documentaries such as Died Suddenly, and they seem to have started to appear in the last couple years. Now, we're told that the shots are safe and effective, but another report just came out today that was published by MSN.com, one of the most conclusive studies that rates and incidences of damage from the clot shots or the COVID-19 vaccines is much higher than originally reported, looking at over 99 million cases. Now, this is not a shocker to us, but I do believe that people are dying from these shots. I think the evidence is clear. How many we'll never know because we're not allowed to ever ask the questions that matter. I'd love to know what you think these white fibrous clots are about, where you think they come from, and why you think we're still finding them in dead bodies. Speaking of that, another amazing story of people fighting back. The Gateway Pundit reports that truckers are planning to stop shipments to New York City in a response to a political hack judge Engoron's $350 million ruling against Trump and his sons, Patty McCurry reports. Truckers to the rescue again. Truckers bravely exposed some of the worst COVID shutdowns in the world when they parked their trucks in Ottawa to protest the iron-fisted approach used against citizens by Justin Trudeau's regime. Now, truckers in the U.S. showed solidarity with their Canadian neighbors and helped block the shipping between U.S. and Canada and Detroit. Now, Democrat Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who was being considered for Joe Biden's VP, quickly threatened arrests for truckers who dared to block the Ambassador Bridge. But now American truckers are reportedly threatening to stop deliveries to New York City over the grotesque $350 million judgment against President Trump and his sons, Don Jr. and Eric, by partisan hack Judge Engoron on Friday. Now, aside from first responders in their profession in the United States that proudly wears patriotism on its sleeves, like the American trucker, they went ahead and spoke about this, saying, breaking, truckers across the country are staging a massive protest after the judge ordered Trump to pay $364 million. Do you support them? Now, videos have already come out that even deliveries of refrigerators and different necessary freight for commerce are already being, blocked by the truckers themselves. Now, this kind of protest, people say that it's un-American. But what's more un-American? Blocking orders into a state or allowing a political prisoner to be persecuted by the opposition party? It's really ironic that people like Nikki Haley and the Biden administration blast President Putin for quote unquote, killing his political opposition in prison when they're really persecuting their own political opposition. And if they had the chance to kill Trump, we all know that they would. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about this. Should they be blocking these shipments? Does this affect the customer or does this send a message to the state? Speaking of that, some new footage just came out about the shooting, the Kansas City Super Bowl shooting, on what happened. I'd love to share it with you guys from TMZ.com. Take a look. This is moments before, and this is why the mainstream media is bearing it. Listen.
I can't see. Are you all hurt? Are you all hurt? Sure. I can't see. Are you all hurt? Are you okay?
Now you'll notice them in the background right there, pulling out their firearms. This is a very common thing when it comes to certain demographics in the United States, sort of, jumping directly to violence. You can see right here, it's slowed down. All right, check this out. So the reason why the story is being buried is because it was a mass shooting. And unfortunately, the majority of mass shootings are caused by people with darker complexions. Do we assume here at Gateway Pundit that just because you have a darker complexion, you're capable of crime? No. But we do know that the media doesn't like to cover crime when it's not by white men, particularly straight white men. If you're a gay white man, if you're a transsexual, if you're queer, they don't want to cover it either. They don't want to cover any murders, any shootings that don't fit their narrative. And because these shooters are not white, because they're black, the media is going to bury this. And they already did. I would call it within 24 hours, they just stopped covering the story almost entirely. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is what it is. All right, let's talk about something else very important here. This is a story you're not hearing about very many other places, but 4 out of 5 Americans are testing positive for an emerging contaminant found in popular cereal brands. There is this hormone blocker that was found in cereals such as Cheerios. And a new report claims that the federal officials need to take a closer look at a chemical that is increasingly prevalent in oat-based products. The Environmental Working Group published research in the Journal of Exposure Science and Environmental Epidemiology that said that 80% of the people tested in the group's research tested positive for the chemical, according to the New York Post. The study said that the chemical known as chlormequat, I might even be mispronouncing that, is an emerging contaminant with documented evidence of low-dose adverse health effects in animal studies. Noticing that no human research has been done on the drug, the study said that in animals, the drug is linked to reduced fertility, altered fetal growth, and delayed puberty. Now, these are found in very common cereals. It was in a urine sample. You should read the entire thing, but it's absolutely insane. So it was found in 80% of the cases, and we have a dropping rate, right, of fertility. Women are not repopulating and giving a birth rate that has replacement level of population growth, and men's sperm counts are lowering, their grip strength is lowering, and overall their testosterone is down. What the hell is causing this? We know it's in the food, we know it's in the water, and as Alex Jones said, they're not only turning the freaking frogs gay, they're also turning the kids gay too. And that's a problem. Right? It's one thing that if you want to choose to be gay yourself, it's another thing if you're literally being transformed into the opposite gender or being transformed into a weaker version of your own sex or even being made infertile because you're being force-fed food secretively that's destroying your health. Now, that's not shocking to me, and it shouldn't be shocking to you. And that means that's why people think we might be headed towards a civil war, as the Second American Civil War is starting according to Leo Hohmann. He says here that American society is spinning out of control, and what you need to do now to prepare for massive civil unrest and violence. You can read the full story there at thegatewaypundit.com, realizing that they're literally force-feeding us hormone blockers in our food, puberty blockers for our kids, and 80% of the recipients. Now, this is disgusting. As a father of a young son, I know we ought to be very careful what we're feeding our kids. This stuff makes me sick, and it should make you sick as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Elijah Schaffer. Thank you so much again for watching another Gateway Pundit Weekend Review. Have a great rest of the week as always. Don't forget to hit the follow button below. And may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.